Hi, this is part two of my message to all the beautiful caretakers with Mindy Joy Ministries. My name is Mindy, and I have a real heart for caretakers because I've been one. So I'm currently not one, but I was for many years. So when I say caretakers, I'm referring to mothers of special needs children that are beautiful and awesome, all of them. I'm talking to people who are taking care of your parents who maybe have an illness or dementia, Alzheimer's. I'm addressing people who might have taken in friends who are literally dying of chronic cancer and they're by themselves, and you are just such a beautiful person that you're taking in a friend. I know people like that, and taking care of them. You may be taking care of a person who just lost their limb in your family. I've dealt with that too, or started peritoneal dialysis. Any of that, so, and etc. So I wanted to talk about a certain word that came to mind this week and what we go through sometimes, and that is obscurity. We go through obscurity to where we've just kind of like fallen off the planet, and especially if you care for them a long time. And like in my case, when my husband was deceased, it was like so many years went by and I was behind the eight ball. Like people, I'm going to be real raw and vulnerable here. Like people that I said, I'm going to, this that I remember that were very good friends, and I would reminisce good times when I was going through all that and different floors and hospitals. There's this one big major hospital in LA. It's like the most famous hospital, and I'd literally be in every floor in the waiting room waiting for him to come out of surgery, hours and hours and hours, to where I knew who the volunteers were. I saw more than one family where the doctor came out and had to tell them that their loved one didn't make it, and then the social worker came out, or the social worker came out but the doctor didn't come out. I've seen so much in those waiting rooms, and I prayed with people and talked with people, and the thing is that so much of our life is like that waiting room. Like we're just in obscurity. People don't contact you anymore because you really can't go out. You can't do anything, and you kind of have lost track. We're not like sitting in the coffee shop, doing like the selfie thing and posting it and getting our new makeup and doing all that stuff that maybe we would, just that silly fun stuff in life that we would like to do, like having a latte with Jesus, whatever, with your Bible and all that. Like it's not that kind of party. Like we're changing bandages, we're taking blood pressure, we're like mini little nurses, we're making sure the person's still breathing. I mean, I hope that there's somebody here who knows what I'm talking about. And I know that when my late husband went to be with the Lord, I was behind in everything. I was behind in techie stuff. Like I didn't use my cell phone that much. And that's like when the BlackBerry came out. I was behind in like my friends who I remembered and stuff. They were like, "Oh yeah, how you doing?" Because they had gone on. And my last memory of having friendships that I actually socialized with was years ago, and they had grown and changed and everything. And then I had to like come out of this world like almost like a returning citizen and go, whoa, like the sun's in your eyes. Like what happened? I don't know, the movies, the TV shows. I don't know what the culture is. I don't know I don't have time. And, you're just busy taking care of this person, and your heart is breaking. Like you do everything to survive because you love this person and you're seeing them suffer, and you're powerless to do anything about it. And I just want to tell you, like, that sounds like, okay, am I depressing anybody right now? But I know some of you, if the Lord is bringing you to watch this and you're under the sound of my voice, I promise you it doesn't have a depressing ending of this message. And I'm gonna end this really soon. I don't want to take your time. But the thing is that it's a really beautiful thing. And looking back, those were some of the most precious years of my life. I learned so much. It grew me. It grew my heart so much. It matured me so much. I wouldn't trade that for anything in the whole world. And those precious minutes, seconds, days, months, years to witness this other life where maybe their life was ebbing away, or maybe they were going through such a hard time, and maybe some of our loved ones, they do come out on the other side, like they get their prosthesis, they learn how to walk again, but you're there with them in the most difficult time when they have no conversation. Sometimes, they're not able to converse because it takes everything in them just to have another breath, or they're able to, but they're in so much pain, it's too much to like be in a conversation or whatever. So to be there for a person and to constantly get the message through osmosis how precious life is and how important it is to be there for somebody when no one else in the whole world can be there for them, that is everything. Jesus talked about laying down our life for someone else, and that's what you're doing. Like, you're doing more than any of us right now. You're laying down your life for somebody else, and I promise you that there's rewards to that. I promise you that it's golden. I promise you that you will look back to this and you will feel good, because life is the most important thing. The life of our loved ones is the most important thing. And I know when my late husband went to be with the Lord, we have put everything, all finances, into the finest this and that, and doctors and things to cheer him up. And, when he had a reprieve, taking him on trips and stuff. And I don't regret at all that I didn't have like this big inheritance that, we spend it on his life, because I had no idea when we walked down the aisle that his life was going to end at 44 years old. I thank God that he was able to live large, and I, was able to make him laugh, and I was able to be there for him and pray for him, and I got to experience him because he was so amazing. He was so amazing, as is my child, as is your child, as is your spouse, as is your mother, as is your father, who you're taking care of. So I just want to tell you, like, if you're feeling like you're in obscurity and like what happened, it's kind of part of being a caretaker, and just this season won't always be the same. The person that you love is either going to recover, or it's going to come to an end, and you'll be grateful that you spend all these seconds and this time with them. So, or like I said, they're going to recover, and you're going to have like amazing years, and that person will always know that you will never leave them nor forsake them. And guess who had that? Guess who said that? Guess whose heart you have? When you said that, Jesus Christ, he said he will never leave you nor forsake you. So if you are of him and his spirit lives inside you, you should be somebody who never leaves nor forsakes somebody when they need you, right? So anyways, thank you for letting me share. I am going to do another video, and this one is going to be on navigating the medical world. Wow. Wow. Those of you who've been there know what I'm talking about. So anyways, thank you for letting me share. Please share your experiences with me below this YouTube, on my Facebook, on my Instagram. Come visit my website to see more videos about things of this nature and building a life out of brokenness. So anyways, shalom.